step. Caesars Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks Radio Network, Dbacks BP Show.
My thanks to the folks here at Guy Fieri's Downtown Phoenix Kitchen and Bar for hosting us for the Dbacks BP Show, not just today, but before every Tuesday home game throughout the season. We've got one more of those coming up next week as we've got a long homestand in front of us. So stay with us, and we will be out here again next week. Also, $15 tickets right now. That's all it takes to get in the door for this series against the Giants. With fees and everything, you get into the ballpark, just $15. Doesn't get much better than that. So skip work tomorrow or tell your parents that you need the day off from school because we need you here at the ballpark cheering on these Snakes. A win today would win the season series against the Giants and secure the important tiebreaker as well. Chris Garagiola and Tom Candiotti are standing by with the pitching matchup, the starting lineups, and all the play-by-play action. Giants versus D-backs coming your way next on the D-backs Radio Network.
Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball, presented by Talking Stick Resort, Life Well Played, Avnet, delivering what's next in technology every time we take the field. Fry's, with Boost by Fry's VIP. Win game day with free grocery delivery, 2 times fuel points and more. Visit frysfood.com/boost today. The Diamondbacks Radio Network is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. This has been the Diamondbacks BP Show.
Across the painted desert to where the mountains touch the sky. This is Sanderson Ford Country, where Arizona's pride. Sanderson Ford Country, built on serving you. Sanderson Ford, satisfaction in everything we do. We're Arizona's pride. Sanderson Ford.
Tired of fighting?
Before he was feared on the field, Ronald Acuña Jr. was chasing wins on a different kind of field. For the Acuñas, El Béisbol was a story told in fastballs and late-night rematches. Every loading screen was a part of the strategy. Smash de botones. Smash de jonrones. That's how La Bestia was born.
It's a Lourdes Gurriel dog.
That's a nice touch.
Pena power.
The perils of wearing earrings when you've got netting on the field.
That young fan, not a Newtbar fan.
What a present for mom.
Oh my goodness, look at this guy.
Uso, yeah, Jay Uso, yeah. Ended up just shot putting it. Not blocked when there's nobody on base. There's a little debate for Domo and Kim watching the replay together.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
The speed of life.
And the 1-0. Swung on, hit in the air to center. Going back, Isbell. He's onto the track. He's at the wall, and it is gone! Cattell does it once again. A 3-run homer.
Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball, presented by Talking Stick Resort, Life Well Played. Avnet, your hometown partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Fry's. Hey, D-backs fans, score big game day meals at Fry's with savings beyond low prices, including digital coupons worth over $600 each week. Fry's, fresh for everyone. The Diamondbacks Radio Network is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan.
Broadcasting live from Chase Field in downtown Phoenix, it is once again time for Arizona Diamondback Baseball. And tonight, the D-backs look to keep pace in the National League wild card race and win the series in Game 2 against the visiting San Francisco Giants. Good evening, everybody. Welcome inside the Greg Schulte radio booth. My name is Chris Garagiola. I'm joined by our analyst, longtime Major League pitcher Tom Candiotti. We are also joined by Steve Zinsmeister. Leo Gilmartin is our producer-engineer, and our technical director is Matt Lazarus back in studio. Candy, a dominant win for the D-backs last night. The big key for them was getting to that Giant bullpen, gave up 6 runs in the 6th inning, and hopefully that's going to bode well tonight because the Giants are throwing a bullpen game, whereas the D-backs are going to go with the veteran left-hander Eduardo Rodriguez.
Boy, and Eduardo Rodriguez has been pitching really well for the Diamondbacks. In fact, I'm going to read some of these numbers off. His September numbers, 2-0 and 0.73 ERA. 12 and a third innings pitched, only 6 hits, no homers, only 1 run given up. Hitters only hitting 143. He's been on a roll. His last outing was against the Giants, where he pitched, outstanding baseball once again. So hopefully he continues that trend. And if he does, I think this offense will really be able to have a good game.
Part of the Diamondback turnaround has hinged on the turnaround from Eduardo Rodriguez, but it's the guy who's turned it up for the D-backs, Geraldo Perdomo. Candy, he's played like a superstar this year. Nobody saw it coming at the beginning of the season, and now it seems like Diamondback fans can't take their eyes off what Perdomo seems to be doing on a night-in, night-out basis.
He might not be getting all that recognition on a national level, but us that see him play day in and day out, and the opposition, all the other teams that know how good Perdomo is and how he has really progressed and how he's kind of become the heart and soul of this team. And, he's such a leader out there. And, you are really, really fortunate to see just like a budding superstar just kind of happening right in front of your eyes.
Yeah, he was on base 5 times yesterday, had 2 extra base hits. He hit 2 walks. It seems like on his good nights, he's seeing anywhere from 20 to 25 pitches when you combine all of his at-bats together. And it really couldn't come at a better time because the progress has slowed a little bit from Corbin Carroll. I know he had a double last night. Ketel Marte, he's hitting about 170 so far in the month of September. That is not what you want to see from your superstar as you make it down the home stretch.
Yeah, Perdomo, he's just doing everything,
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands. Aaron signs every autograph and tattoos every baseball. Aaron foots the bill. Then robs you blind. Aaron's a good guy, the best. Unless you're a pitcher.
And it'll be Sweeney backpedaling, and he can't make the play. And there goes the no-hitter.
It's rolling. Does it go fair? Yes, it does. That's a fair ball.
Oh, she's giving it to him. They're up 6-1 in the 8th. She's giving it to him and making him like it.
Doing the pop-up dance, and he dropped it. You don't see that very often.
Abrams is going to think about going to third. The throw too high there. Abrams dives back in. Tag applied this time by Riley. What just happened?
Him in a little bit, but right now we're going to take our first break, and when we come back we will get you the starting lineups for Game 2. It's Rodriguez versus the bullpen of the Giants. It's the D-backs hosting the Giants, and the play-by-play action comes your way right after this on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
At Fry's, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Fry's shoppers. You never compromise. Fry's. Fresh for everyone.
With the Caesar Sportsbook app, you can bet while all the Diamondbacks action is in full swing. Parlay your favorite player props, home run hitters, and more with same-game parlays. Or select from today's pre-built parlays with quick picks. Plus, bet every inning live in the app. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Caesars Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Every day, savings, energy efficiency, rebates. Every day at APS, you have ways to save energy and money. We know how important it is to keep your bill as low as possible. That's why we offer programs to help you manage your energy use. Schedule a home energy checkup for savings recommendations tailored to your home. Find rebates on smart thermostats. Compare your rate plan options and switch to the plan that would have saved you the most money. Find ways to save at aps.com/brighter.
Honeywell Aerospace Technologies is proud to partner with the Arizona Diamondbacks to support STEM education in Arizona schools through the Future Shaper STEM Grants program. 10 schools will receive $5,000 each to fund STEM projects that inspire students and teachers. Are you looking for a rewarding career? Do you want to work for a company that is positively impacting the world through cutting-edge aerospace technology and community engagement? If so, Honeywell Aerospace Technologies is the place for you. Visit www.honeywell.com/careers to check out all of the career opportunities and learn how to become a Future Shaper. And go Diamondbacks!
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Welcome you back.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I bowl in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude?
My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs, and then next day, I gotta eat arepa with eggs. So my mom make it for me, and then when my mom is with me,
everything's good.
I save a lot of money.
Estamos lindo. Boomer is the dog. Doesn't he look good? I just follow this picture all the way, and there he is. Boomer's dad.
That was kind of a change from the everyday thing that we normally do as far as baseball cards are concerned.
Hey, I have a Labrador. Where's my card?
You know, a little bit different, and it turned out to be a fun experience.
It was just when the camera crew tried to leave that there was a problem. You can't leave.
Adrian Del Castillo batting 7th at center field. Alec Thomas batting 8th at first base. Ildemaro Vargas, and rounding out the starting 9 in left field, Jake McCarthy. Again, the lineup for the D-backs features Perdomo, Marte, Carroll, Moreno, Alexander, Del Castillo, Thomas, Vargas, and McCarthy. And Candy on the mound for the Diamondbacks, veteran left-hander Eduardo Rodriguez.
We've been making his 27th start of the season. He's 8-8, a 4.98 ERA. He's going to throw the fastball, both of them, the four-seamer, the two-seamer, changeup, cutter, slider, and curveball. Striking out 8.5 guys per 9. His walk rate a little bit high, a little over 3.5 guys per 9. Giving up 21 home runs. And like we said, he's been really, really hot. His last 18 1/3 innings pitched, he's only given up 10 hits, 1 run, no home runs. He's been on a heater. 1-0 against the Giants in that span, 3.48 ERA. That's 2 starts he's made. You know, he's pitched really well against this team. He's also, his last outing was against the Giants, where he threw extremely well. So I think he's going to hopefully pick up right where he left off.
Yeah, you mentioned, though, one thing. You don't want to have the exact same game plan, one start to the next, when you're facing the same team like Rodriguez is. But what can he keep, maybe from that last outing in which he was so dominant against the Giants?
I think you kind of go almost the same way, but being really ready to make an adjustment. You're thinking about your secondary game plan. So if the Giants team as a whole have made a big adjustment to you and what you're doing, then, you know, you flip the switch really quick and you get to game plan B.
Giants in their road uniform sets, gray jerseys, gray pants, the word San Francisco across the chest for the D-backs, white jerseys, white pants, the Sedona red cap, and a black bill. We're ready for baseball here as Rodriguez has the sign that he likes And his first pitch to Elliot Ramos is taken in there for a called strike, and away we go on time at 6:40.
Now Rodriguez, between his four-seamer and his two-seamer, he's going to throw those about 55% of the time.
Ramos, right-handed hitter, takes off the plate away, 1-1.
I think a lot of his outings also, it really depends on how he starts. It really dictates really how he goes. If he gets off to a good start, he's really tough.
1-1, check swing, no swing on appeal. And Ramos leapfrogs ahead in the count here, 2 balls and 1 strike. Yesterday, Ramos was in the 6th spot. Today with a left-hander on the mound. Quite a few changes for Bob Melvin's lineup as the 2-1. That is sucked out to deep center field. Thomas on his horse. It's over his head, and it one-hops the center field wall. Ramos makes the turn around first, and he's into second with a loud leadoff double.
Last night we saw Ramos really making a big effort to drive the ball the other way. Everything was really going to right field. This time, he was just sitting dead red on a fastball. Rodriguez missed his outside target, and this ball drifted over the middle of the plate, and he just canned that ball to center.
And a good sign for Giants fans. Ramos had really been struggling this month, hitting under 200. As now, Rafi Devers takes a fastball upstairs from Rodriguez, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. You can imagine a game like this. The Giants really want to try and get off to a fast start and try and give that bullpen a little bit of a cushion early. As the 1-0, that's a good off-speed pitch. And Devers takes it for called strike. It's 1-1.
He doesn't throw that many curveballs. That was a good curveball. Just dropped it right in on the outside corner.
Runner at second, nobody out. And Rodriguez, his 1-1 pitch is a line drive to right field. That's a base hit. Carroll comes up firing. It was hit too hard for Ramos to try and score, but the Giants have put 2 balls in play at over 112 miles an hour, and they have runners at first and third with nobody out.
That sounded like 112. I mean, he just squared up the barrel in that ball, and luckily it didn't have any backspin to it, just a line shot to right.
So the first 2 reach, and now if you're Erod, it's all about damage control here.
He's done a really nice job against Adames in his career. 0 for 13 against Rodriguez, so you'd like to get a strikeout here.
First pitch is inside. On the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Rodriguez tried a cutter but missed.
You know, early in the game like this also, when you're really trying to settle into the game, you're right for the stretch, stressful pitches. You'll take the ground ball double play to concede a run.
Here's the 1-0. Adames swings, pops it up first base side. This should be playable. And Vargas in foul territory going to make the catch. And that's a big mistake there for Adames. A chance to bring that game's first run in, and instead a foul pop out to first base.
Boy, really having a tough series. That makes him 0 for 5 in this series. And that's a great little pick-me-up for Rodriguez now. Now a ground ball double play gets you out of this inning.
Well, you just talked about the numbers with Rodriguez against Adames. I don't think they fare quite the same with a guy like Chapman coming up.
No, Chapman's a whole different story, hitting .381 in his career against him.
First pitch, Chapman, he takes in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Chapman yesterday wound up going 0 for, did have a walk in the 7th. And Candy, you pitched obviously for a very lengthy career. You know the guys that hit you well. You don't have to look at the numbers. You just know when they step in the box, like, oh, I have a lot of bad memories with this guy.
You have bad memories. You also have good memories and how you can get them out also, and where not to go and where he's done his damage. Now let's see if he can make some big-time pitches on Chapman.
The 1-0 was cut on and missed. The count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Giants right now have runners at first and third with 1 out. And from the stretch, Rodriguez home with a pitch. Chapman takes inside and nearly grazed his jersey. I would have loaded the bases. Instead, it's 2 balls and a strike.
You can see he's really trying to tie him up inside. And going in there a few times, it really opens up that changeup down and away, and that's one of his more effective pitches.
2-1, swing and a foul. Rodriguez really trying to be deliberate, keeping that ball on the inner third. not even the inner third, the inner edge of the strike zone. And the count now is 2-2.
Sometimes it's very dangerous when you're trying to come inside to a hitter. If you keep it down and in, because that way they can, you don't tie them up, but they can actually get the barrel of the bat to that ball.
The 2-2 is swung on. It's hit high in the air to right. It should be deep enough to score Ramos. Carroll will make the catch, and the throw is going to be over the head of the cutoff man, Vargas. Both runners tag, and Devers gets to second. It's a 1-0 Giant lead on the sac fly by Chapman.
Not a smart play by Carroll at all. This is a high, deep fly ball. He's got no chance of getting Ramos at the plate. And what he did is he airmailed his relay man. And once that ball is up high in the air like that, where you can't cut it off, that gives the chance for Devers to tag up and get into scoring position now.
So it's the Giants who strike first in the top of the first. And now here is Wilmer Flores. He's basically been turned into a platoon guy on this Giants squad. And the first pitch is lined into right field. That's a base hit. Carroll will cut it off. Devers will round third and try and score. And he will. So that throwing mistake immediately leads to a second run for the Giants, who take a 2-0 lead in the top of the first.
Giants capitalized on that mistake. A throwing mistake by Carroll gets Devers in a scoring position. Flores takes the ball outside, goes with the pitch, drives it to right field. And because he's on second base, he's able to score.
Sixth Giant to come to the plate this inning. Here is Casey Schmidt. And first pitch curveball. That is a called strike. Count is 0-1. Well, Eduardo Rodriguez has given up more runs in the first 2/3 of this inning than he had in the last 18 1/3 innings pitched. The 0-1. A late swing by Schmidt, who fouls it. And now he's behind 0-2.
Well, this was the big question. How is Rodriguez going to come out on back-to-back starts against the same team, and how are the Giants going to attack him? We talked about making an adjustment real quick. I think he's got to start going more off-speed pitches and do it in a hurry.
The 0-2 pitch, and Schmidt takes high, 1-2. He was the real stud for the offense yesterday for the Giants, Schmidt. He was 2 for 3, had a homer and a single on a night in which the Giants had a total of 2 hits. Here's the 1-2. And Schmidt fouls this one back. Stays alive. It's a lot of hard stuff up in the zone. That one seemed to be a bit more away from the right-handed hitter.
It seems like he's really trying to crowd these guys early on. He went away from Flores, who went with the pitch and drilled one to right field. He made a mistake to Devers. Ball was kind of leaked right over the plate.
Now a hard hit line drive. That's into right field, a base hit. They're going to hold Flores at second base. The Giants reload and have 2 more guys on. And this is a lot of hard contact. That was another base hit over 100 miles an hour for San Francisco.
Well, last night the Giants had 2 hits. Already they have 4 hits in the first inning, and first 2/3 of an inning. This is a good visit by Kaplan, and said, let's talk about this now. They're jumping all over your fastball. So we're going to have to either get it off the edge, or we're going to have to start going with some curveballs, some sliders, and changeups.
That's one thing that I don't think is really focused on enough by casual baseball fans. You talk about the game plan a pitcher has. Your pitching coach and your assistant pitching coaches, they're aware of the game plan too. They all meet together before the game. So I'm sure over the last 2 batters, Kaplan and his crew talking over what they saw, what some of the swings and batted balls look like by the Giants, and say, hey, you know what? We might have to audible off this game plan. Let me go out for a mound visit and maybe introduce some more off-speed or just a different line of thinking.
Yeah, just to upset their timing a little bit, because right now it just looks like they're sitting on fastballs.
And now here is Gerard Encarnacion, former Marlins prospect, right-handed hitter. He's got a ton of raw power. Just a lot of time this year due to injury. Now the first pitch to Encarnacion is on the edge for a strike. That was a first pitch changeup, and the count is 0-1. 27 years old. This is his second season with the Giants, only his 13th game this year.
Big kid.
The 0-1. And off the corner, that was a fastball. 1-1 the count. Boy, talk about having brutal luck. He fractured his hand trying to make a sliding catch towards the middle part of spring training. That required surgery and a 60-day IL stint. And then as he was just ready to come back for that, he strained his oblique. Here's the 1-1. And now a called strike on Encarnacion, who is yet to swing the bat, Lucebi. It's 1-2.
Well, I don't know if he's just trying to be real patient or if he's just not seeing the ball very well out of Rodriguez's hand.
2-0 Giants, 2 outs and 2 on. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Encarnacion with a line drive to right field. That's inside the line and headed down into the corner. Flores is in. Right behind him is Schmidt. And here's the throw to the plate. It's not going to be in time. The Giants have scored 4 in the top of the first, and they're not done yet as Jung-Hoo Lee will come to the plate.
Went with the two-seamer inside, and he kind of fought this ball off. He brought his hands in and just hit a little slicing line drive right down in the corner. And by the time Carroll got to that ball, 2 runs were able to score. Not the start Rodriguez wanted.
Left-on-left matchup with Lee, and he will take the first pitch for ball 1. That was just inside, said Jordan Baker.
It looked like he was getting ready to raise his right arm and call that a strike, but kind of put it back in his pocket the last second.
Jordan Baker is the tallest umpire in the majors. Now a ground ball to second, and Cattell has it and throws to first in time. The inning comes to an end, but damage done in a big way as the Giants score 4 runs on 5 hits, including a pair of doubles, and work to do for this offense. It's the Giants.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yep.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed the cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Easy Ortho. Dignity Health, a proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Daniels Jewelers is the official sponsor of the trip around the diamond. Stop by any Daniels locations and say home run for your free team bracelet and $50 gift card toward any purchase of $99 or more. And at Daniels Jewelers, everyone is approved for credit. Daniels Jewelers, own the dream.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Bottom of the first inning, the Giants already out to a 4-0 lead. And right-hander Tristan Beck ready to work. First pitch is too low to leadoff hitter Geraldo Perdomo. Beck is making his first start of the year as that pitch is a fastball down the middle for a strike. It's his 27th appearance on the season. The previous 26 all out of the Giants bullpen. But that TBA for their scheduled starter had kind of been looming for the last couple of days. And once we got to it last night, kind of figured that it was probably going to be the Giants bullpen who's going to try and piece together the 9. Here's the 1-1 now. And Perdomo with a big swing and a foul ball straight over the netting. It's 1-2.
Dbacks would certainly like to see Perdomo have a night somewhere similar to last night where you couldn't get him out. But right now with down by 4 runs, you need to get some traffic on the bases already.
1-2. And a breaking ball fought off down the left field line, but that is going to land foul. Reached base 5 times yesterday, including a couple of walks. He's the team leader, is Perdomo, in RBIs, in walks. He has more walks than strikeouts, and he's now just 2 back of Corbin Carroll for the team lead in stolen bases.
What a year he has put together.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Perdomo takes outside. Only thing I hate are his batting gloves, which appear to be giant orange.
Yeah, that's no good.
Usually sports the shade of yellow. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, but the ball's off the glove of the catcher, Kisner. It ricochets all the way to the D-backs dugout, and that's going to be a strikeout wild pitch. Well, there's a good break.
That's a good break. For a second, I thought that ball might have hit Perdomo on the swing, and I think that's exactly what Kisner's saying.
Now the Giants are going to take a look at this. If it did hit him and ricochet away, then that's a dead ball, and they will not challenge. Let's take a look here, and ooh, it did hit him.
Hit him right in the foot.
Again, you see this from time to time. With these games being so critical, teams become a little conservative with their challenges on the fear that they could be wrong. That was as clear as can be, you would think. Here's Cattell. And Cattell takes outside for ball 1. Well, we kind of hinted at it last night, but the Diamondbacks desperately need Marte to get his bat back in action as he takes this pitch down low for ball 2. It's 2-0.
Well, the key for that is getting yourself into good hitting counts, and he has done that now.
One on, nobody out, and the 2-0 pitch is another breaking ball. This time it lands for a strike. It's now 2-1. In 49 at-bats this month, Cattell has a total of 4 extra base hits, 2 doubles, 2 homers. Now the 2-1, and a wild swing and a miss is going to even the count at 2-2.
Well, that's one of his patented, just let it go, let it rip. But unfortunately, it came up empty.
Hitting just 163 this month. D-backs trail 4-0, and Perdomo takes off. The pitch swung on, grounded towards first. It just goes foul.
But Perdomo with a great jump. He had that second base stolen in a second. And Marte got a pitch, and he just missed some extra bases, and it just got on the foul side of first base.
Well, I don't imagine Perdomo's going to try and run on this pitch. As Tristan Beck is 2-2, is swung on a double play ball. Schmidt gloves, goes to second for 1, on to first. That's a double play. Marte's misery continues here in September. And now the bases are empty with 2 down, and here comes Corbin Carroll.
Talk about baseball being just a game of inches. The previous pitch, almost a double, and you probably would have had a run in, put it on second base. Instead, it's foul, and then you hit a ground ball, and it turns into a double play.
Here's Corbin Carroll with the bases empty. And the first one to him is swung on. That's a hot shot caught at second. And the inning comes to an end like that. Somehow, Beck faces the minimum, and the Giants go into the second with a 4-0 lead on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs radio network.
Shohei Ohtani doesn't make any sense. A hitter that pitches and steals bases. No way. A living legend who's this humble? No way. Ohtani isn't a one-way player or a two-way player. He's a no-way player.
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today in this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's Pronto.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound, hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
Fall tune-up today.
At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, making every second count, with appointments in as little as 24 hours. City of Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
That's the top of the second. And Eduardo Rodriguez trying to rebound after that 4-run first inning. Gave up 5 hits. Here's the 9-hitter, Andrew Kisner, to lead off. And Kisner, the right-hander, takes down low for ball 1. Talking Stick Resort Playcation is back. Stay and play with rates as low as $129.
Important to get this guy out here as you flip that lineup over.
It's a good pitch from Rodriguez. Evens the count at 1-1. Fastball inside corner.
Sometimes when you have a struggling first inning like that, you're not so much worried about striking guys out, but you'd like to get some soft contact and have a quick inning so you can get back in there and kind of keep your pitch count down.
Here's the 1-1. Hard hit ground ball. That's a base hit to the left side. And Kisner's aboard with the 6th hit of the night for the Giants. Most of those hits from righties have been either into center or into right. That one was a pull shot between Perdomo and the third baseman Alexander.
Yeah, he's really trying to jam these right-handed hitters. That time it was a cut fastball, but instead of just trying to fight it off like Encarnacion did, I mean, he just opened up quick and caught that cutter and drove it right between third and short.
Top of the order now, and Elliot Ramos. He stung a double to dead center his first time up, and he takes outside for ball 1. Well, it's pretty clear, Candy, that they're going to have to deviate from this game plan of working the righties in and come up with something else, because it did not work first time through.
Got to start getting his changeup involved.
Instead, he goes with another cutter. This one a called strike, and the count is even at 1-1.
Once he starts getting that changeup to go down and away from the righties, they're going to start looking outside, and that's when you can buzz them and break bats inside.
The 1-1 pitch. Again, trying to work inside. That one in off the plate. A fastball. It's 2-1.
Really, the correct way to pitch Ramos is he likes to hit the ball the other way. And you got to be careful because he's very quick. He's got strong hands.
Swing and a miss. And that was the changeup away. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
When you watch that swing, you could see him opening up really early, expecting the fastball in, got the changeup away, and he couldn't catch up with it.
The 2-2 is fought off foul. That was a top of the zone heater.
Ramos does have 17 homers this year. Pretty good average, 262. He's a dangerous guy.
Yeah, really jumped on the scene last year, largely because of those power numbers. An OPS just under 800 as the 2-2 fouled off his foot. That was a curveball. Haven't thrown many of them.
Yeah, he only throws 2% curveballs on the year of all the pitches that he's thrown. But that was a good one. That was effective. Gave him something to think about.
Giants have come out trying to ambush the D-backs. Hung 4 in that first inning, and there weren't a whole lot of cheapies. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a high fastball. And that's the first strikeout tonight for Rodriguez.
He'll take that, got him the chase above the strike zone, changed his eye level up there. Moreno wanted it up there, and he just nailed his glove. Effective pitch.
Devers just throttled a base hit into right field his first time up. First pitch here, takes a fastball, middle part of the plate for a strike.
You know, one thing when lefties are facing Rodriguez, they hit him well. Lefties hit 333 against him. Righties only 273. Of course, the righties have a lot more slug.
The 0-1. Breaking ball swung on, and a little flailing ball foul left side out of play. It's 0-2.
Devers is one of those hitters. Lefty, righty, it doesn't matter. Sidearm over the top, knuckleballs, he can hit everything.
Premier type of hitter. That's why Buster Posey eager to trade for him after the fallout with Boston. As the 0-2, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Rodriguez. And he seems to have found something here in this second inning.
He sure does. Upstairs once again. That's the second strikeout in a row. The second time on an elevated fastball right to Moreno's glove above the strike zone. And you can get him to chase that as long as you get yourself in a position where if they don't chase it, it's not going to hurt you out there.
Now Adames breaks his bat on the first pitch, hits a beach ball of a pop-up over to short. Easy catch made by Perdomo. 50-mile-an-hour exit velocity on that rocket, as that's going to be the end of the top of the second. The Giants get a leadoff hit, then nothing more.
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also
the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands.
Aaron signs every autograph
and tattoos every baseball.
Aaron foots the bill.
They rob you blind.
Aaron's a good guy, the best.
Unless you're a pitcher.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
And solutions provider headquartered right here in the Valley. We help businesses all over the world source the right technology components and manage the logistics to get their products to market. The components we distribute are likely in the products you use and depend on every day, from your car to your household appliances. Avnet, delivering what's next in technology distribution. Visit avnet.com to learn more.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Dbacks, again, work to do here as they are trailing 4-0 at the bottom of the second, so there is still plenty of time to turn it around as Gabby Moreno will lead off. Tristan Beck out for his second inning of work. And the first pitch is a fastball at 95 that missed outside for ball one. Gabby yesterday was the DH. No hits. He did have a walk, though, in that 6-run sixth inning. And now the 1-0 pitch is right at the bottom of the zone. Excellent slider. Evens the count at 1-1.
Well, it looks like Rodriguez is kind of finding his rhythm. So now it's about the offense, getting back into this game offensively.
There's the 1-1. And that's a little bit low. 2 balls and a strike. Beck only threw 29 2/3 innings last year in both AAA and the major leagues combined. The 2-1. And Moreno takes a strike call. It's going to make it 2-2. Looked a little bit high. It was towards the end of spring training. He was throwing a bullpen, and then all of a sudden one day his hand, he said, got cold. Didn't feel right. As a 2-2 is outside for ball 3. So they had Beck meet with a vascular specialist And that specialist determined that he had an aneurysm in his shoulder that required surgery. The coldness in his hand was due to basically a clotting or a blockage of the blood flow. And that's serious stuff. Here's the 3-2 pitch now from Beck.
Yeah, that's life-threatening stuff.
This is swung on and fouled in the vicinity of the radio booth. That's in the catching speed right there. 67 miles an hour. I was leaning for that one.
You wanted that one to come in the booth.
Need that one. Those are the ones we're going after. Coley got one in Minnesota. Bare hand catch, flawless.
No kidding, huh? See, pitchers are athletes.
3-2. Swung on. That's drilled down the left field line. It's a fair ball off the netting. Moreno will make the turnaround first, and he's into second with a leadoff double.
Oh, he went down and got this ball. It was a sweeper, and earlier in this at bat, there was a high fastball called a strike. And he stayed down on this ball and almost golfed this ball right down the line. Great swing.
12th double of the year for Gabby. And let's see if the D-backs can just slowly start to chip away at this 4-0 deficit. Here's Blaze Alexander. Alexander has reached in 16 of his last 19 games. The first one to him here is swung on. Line drive to right. That's going to get down for a base hit. They're going to wave Moreno around third. Encarnacion with a strong throw. Cut off and throw to the plate, not in time.
Wow, what a beautiful swing by Alexander. Just serving this ball the other way on an outside slider. And it looked like the Giants, with a good relay, they might have been able to get Moreno at the plate, but it wasn't really performed very well, and Moreno gets in.
Flores cut it off and then was almost surprised that he had that much time to maybe get Moreno. They might have been better suited to just let that thing through. Who cares? The D-backs are on the board, and now here is Del Castillo with a runner at first and nobody out.
Great way to start this inning.
And the pitch from Beck is a fastball that missed outside for ball one. With that RBI knock, the D-backs are safe at home with Blue Sky Pest Control, the official pest control provider for the Arizona Diamondbacks in Chase Field. 1-0 is outside again, ball two. Beck trying to really be cautious not to leave that fastball middle to middle in. He's missed badly off the plate to the left-handed hitter.
Well, you really have to respect the power of Del Castillo. I know he's only got a couple home runs this year, but he's got pop.
Breaking ball missed low and inside, ball three. 3-0.
Boy, walks as good as a hit here. Just, like you said, traffic is key right now.
Del Castillo, a 3-0 count. Now the pitch to him is taken all the way for a strike. That was a slider, just kind of a get-me-over breaking ball.
Well, I think they were respecting the fact that even though it was a 3-0 count, Del Castillo, if he gets his pitch, he was going to let it go.
From the stretch, the 3-1. Another breaking ball, hammered to right, on its way. It's a one-run ball game. It's the third of the year for Del Castillo, a 2-run shot, and it's now 4-3 Giants with nobody out the bottom of the second.
This time he comes in with the sweeper, and Del Castillo put a charge in this ball, and it got out of here in a hurry. Talked about respecting his power. He showed it off right there.
And with that trip around the diamond, stop by any Daniels Jewelers and say home run for your free team bracelet and $50 gift card toward any purchase of $99 or more. Daniels Jewelers, own the dream. Alec Thomas will now take a similar curveball for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. What a sweet swing by Del. And the D-backs candy right back in it.
You just need a triple for the cycle right here.
Hard hit ground ball. That's going to get through. It's the fourth straight hit for the Diamondbacks to open up the bottom of the second, and they are returning serve to what the Giants did in the top of the first.
Curveball right at the bottom of the zone, and he just spanked it right through the right side. Nice job by Thomas. Now you have speed at first base.
I'm a little surprised that there has not been a mound visit from pitching coach J.P. Martinez. Beck not only getting hit, he's getting hit hard. Double by Moreno, a stung line drive by Alexander, and then, of course, the smoke show by Del Castillo with that 2-run homer.
And it doesn't look like the Giants have anything going in the bullpen, especially for someone that was just really supposed to be an opener.
Well, I imagine as a starting pitcher, you give up maybe 3 or 4 runs in the first inning, you're feeling pretty sour about your outing, and then your offense responds, and it's like, all right, I get a second chance at this thing.
100%. New game.
Ildemaro Vargas takes the first pitch inside. A diving stop made by Kisner. That's how far the pitch missed in from the target. 1 ball, no strikes. Vargas, the switch hitter, batting from the left side. Slightly open stance. There's the 1-0. Ground ball to second, could be 2. Schmidt to Adames. Adames to Flores. 4-6-3. And that will stabilize things greatly for Tristan Beck.
Second double play the Giants have turned the same way, a 4-6-3. One to Marte back in the first inning, and that one there to Vargas.
So the bases are clean with 2 outs. Here is McCarthy. And Matt Chapman already in on the turf saying, dude, if you're going to do your bunt thing, I'm all over it. The first one taken for a strike. And now there's some action up in the bullpen as left-hander Matt Gage is going to start getting loose, albeit somewhat slowly. The 0-1 for Beck. Swing and a miss. That was a good sweeper. Low and in. It's 0-2.
Yeah, that was a late breaker and really fell off the table, down and in.
Giants 4, Diamondbacks 3. Bottom of the second, the 0-2. Swung on. Ground ball up the middle. It's collected by Schmidt. He throws on the run to Flores, and it's in time for the out. The inning comes to a close in the second, but the D-backs open with 4 hits and 3 runs. The 2-run homer by Del Castillo sends us to the third. It's the Giants 4 and the D-backs 3 on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
Don't miss exclusive.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool. 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
I'm gonna go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some...
Crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cards.
That's awesome.
Because to me, cards have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
Fans get the best seats at the best prices and access to exclusive events. 2026 Advantage memberships are on sale now. For more info, visit dbacks.com/memberships.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
It's a 1-run ball game as we begin the top of the third. And Eduardo Rodriguez working to Matt Chapman. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1. The Giants are going to have Chapman, Flores, and Schmidt coming up. Line to the 1-0 pitch. Chapman takes a strike. Gabby Moreno with that double in the second had our first hit of the game, which as always is presented by New Vision Auto Glass. New Vision and the Arizona Diamondbacks Foundation are teaming up to donate funds to veterans with every hit this season as part of the Hits for Heroes program. There's a big swing by Chapman. That pitch kind of handcuffed him up and in. And he fouls it to make it 1-2.
Staying with a lot with that fastball and cutter inside to the righties. I mean, that's how he worked Chapman last time.
Here's the wind of the 1-2 pitch. And just missed upstairs. Really close.
Got a couple punch outs last inning. Ramos and also Devers on that high fastball. That was another chance he took.
Moreno sets up outside. Here's the pitch. And a hard hit ground ball to short. Perdomo has it on his back foot. Plants his feet. And he throws across the diamond in time. Chapman out on a 6-3. And that'll bring up Wilmer Flores.
Hard hit ground ball, 106 miles an hour. And nice play by Perdomo. Stuck right with it. No problem.
Gotta be careful with Flores, even though he's getting up there in age. Here's the first one. And he will take off the corner for ball 1. Still has significant pull side power. And that line drive to right for that RBI in the first inning, that was no fluke. That was a piercing line drive, just a quality swing. As now Flores takes a strike on the inside third, it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Rodriguez winds and deals. And he missed tying away. Flores, hard to believe, Katie, this is now his 6th year with the Giants already. Many still remember Flores as a member of the Mets, where he also spent parts of 6 seasons. The 2-1. Inside for ball 3. It's 3 balls and a strike. And of course, he had the 1-year pit stop with the Diamondbacks in 2019, where he had an excellent season. 90 games, 317 average. The 3-1. That one drilled. Probably on its way. Question is how far, and the answer is the third run. Left center field for Flores. It's his 16th home run of the season, and the Giants get one of those runs back. It's now 5-3.
Already 2 at bats. He's really hurting the Diamondbacks. Already with a line drive to right field, got an RBI. Now this time going deep, way out to left center field. Both teams have their hitting shoes on in this game.
I like it. Sense the importance of this game. Casey Schmidt, the batter. And there's a curveball in there for a strike. So Flores halfway home to the cycle. He's got the easy leg and he's got the second hardest leg. I don't think Flores is going to be legging out any triples as the 0-1. There's a swing and miss. The count now on Schmidt, 0-2. Bases empty, 1 out. That home run, the 3rd extra base hit that Rodriguez has surrendered tonight. Giants already have 7 hits. As the 0-2 is reached for and lined to third. It's caught by Alexander. And there's 2 down. It looked like that ball was hit, almost scraped off the ground.
And that was the old golf club, the 5-wood swing. And Alexander stayed with it. Made a nice play.
Here's Gerard Encarnacion. So patient his first time up. Wound up getting an RBI double. Now he swings at the first pitch. Very aggressive here. Fouls it back. 0-1 the count.
Boy, that was right in the area where he could extend his arms and do damage, and he tried to, and he fouled that ball straight back.
And got to be careful with this guy. He has a ton of bat speed, and he, like you said, he's a big kid as well. There's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good recognition from Rodriguez. He tied him up with a cutter.
Yeah, nice pitch. It really put a lot more break on that cutter than normal ones that he throws to righties.
By the way, Encarnacion, we say big kids because he's 6'5", 265 pounds.
That's big and strong.
And the 0-2 in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Change up that time. Both the Diamondbacks and the Giants after this series, it's not like they've got easy pickings from now to the end. We've talked about the D-backs' strength of schedule. Giants will go to L.A. after this and take on the Dodgers for 4. As this 1-2. Here's a hard hit ground ball, base hit through the left side.
Fastball inside, and last at bat, remember, it was a fastball in, but he kind of pulled his hands in. This time, he just got around on that ball and just beat it in the ground to the left side.
So he is aboard for Chung-Hoo Lee. 2 outs, 1 on, 5-3 Giants in the top of the 3rd. Don't forget, with Boost by Fry's VIP, win game day with free grocery delivery, 2 times fuel points and more. Visit friesfood.com/boost today. First one to Lee. He takes a strike, very similar to his first at bat, which ended in a ground out to second. No balls, 1 strike on the center fielder from Japan. The 0-1. Swinging another ground ball to second. Marte has it. A little flick over to first. The inning comes to an end, but the home run by Flores will send us to the bottom of the 3rd. It is now the Giants 5 and the Diamondbacks 3 on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs radio network.
Shohei Ohtani doesn't make any sense. A hitter that pitches and steals bases. No way. A living legend who's this humble? No way. Ohtani isn't a one-way player or a two-way player. He's a no-way player.
Oppo Taco.
I'm going to guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a...
Yeah, home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one, a hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack, you know, someone that's just nailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
Plunge into our refreshing pools with private air-conditioned casitas. Plus, no resort fees for Arizona and our surrounding states. Treat yourself to the best in the Southwest. Book your stay and play Getaway today. Visit TalkingStickResort.com. Life well played.
D-backs Front Office Focus. Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Well, what a wild game it's been so far. We've only played 2.5 innings. These teams have combined for 12 hits and 8 runs. Right now, the Giants lead at 5-3. Rodriguez, after that 4-run first, he has stabilized a little bit, but he did get tagged for a run at the top of this inning. And now Tristan Beck trying to stabilize after a 3-run second. Drops in a curveball for a strike.
Yeah, I think both teams, they got their boxing gloves on right now. This is going to be a slugfest.
Here's the 0-1. And Perdomo takes slow. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Perdomo struck out on a pitch that hit him in the ankle, and then it ricocheted away from the catcher. The Giants did not challenge that, but it did not matter as the 1-1 is inside for ball 2. The next batter, Ketel Marte, hit into a double play. The D-backs have had 2 innings of offense. They've hit into 2 double plays, both of them 4-6-3. Now the 2-1 pitch. Thought about it, did Perdomo. Takes what would have been a strike to anybody else. Jordan Baker saw it otherwise. It's now 3-1.
Yeah, it's just an uncanny way of being able to take pitches and making them look like balls. It's amazing.
Now a hard hit ball to first. It's over the glove of Flores, and it's down the right field line. Extra bases for Perdomo as the D-backs get their leadoff man into scoring position.
It looked like Flores was right there to make the play, and he did not make it. And Perdomo hits this ball hard. It was a breaking ball like a cutter coming in on him. And Just kind of watching the replay right now. Just a ball that probably should have been caught, but it goes right between Flores' glove and his body.
What's the opposite of gator arming it? He extended too far and it bounced over his forearm.
They gave a double.
It's a double for Perdomo. He just continues to rake. More on Perdomo in a moment, but right now all eyes on Marte, who's trying to swing out of a slump. First pitch, high fly ball, left center field. Not that deep. And Ramos underneath it makes the catch. And that is another unproductive out for Marte.
Yeah, 100% right there. At least you want a productive at bat where you can move him over to third base. And he just first pitch swinging, just an easy pop-up.
Corbin Carroll hit a line drive over 100 miles an hour his first time up. Problem was he hit it right to Casey Schmidt for a line out. And the first pitch here is a breaking ball that missed high. One ball, no strikes. 5-3 Giants. Carroll could tie it with one swing. The 1-0. Swung on. High fly ball. Deep right center field. Lee is going back. He's on the warning track, and he will make the catch. Tagging from second, getting to third is Perdomo. 106 miles an hour off the bat. The problem was it was 36-degree launch. Just a smidge too high.
I mean, he is not getting fooled one bit. Even when the high launch, like you're just mentioning, I still thought that ball was going to get on the overhang. And he really crushed that ball.
That just goes to show you how painful that unproductive at bat was by Marte. He was batting from his left side. He could have just rolled one over and moved that runner over. Instead, runner at third, 2 outs. Moreno doubled his first time up. And the first pitch from Beck is swung on. Little flare, first base side. Flores going out and into foul territory, makes the catch. And that will do it for the D-backs. In the bottom of the third, the D-backs failed to score despite the leadoff double. And we go to the fourth. The Giants 5 and the Diamondbacks.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Let's open this up. Take a look at what we find. Looks like we've got Lauren Shahadi.
Animation is great.
We got Robert Flores, one of the stars of MLB Central with Lauren Shahadi. Then we got Mark DeRosa. Look at that. He looks like Superman, does he not?
Right? He was when he was with the Cubs.
Harold Reynolds looking ripped in a tracksuit in Studio 42. There I am. The hair's on point.
I know this guy.
Look at that jawline.
So without further ado, snap on your time goggles and prepare to zoom 1,000 years into the future. The D-backs are still the D-backs, though now they're represented by a robotic techno-snake, and the Cubs have embraced their future amongst the stars, now being represented by Ursa Major. Minneapolis was the first to establish relations with our extraterrestrial friends. The Rays are the cosmic rays flying through space in their devil ray-shaped spacecraft.
Call joins Bickley and Murata Thursday mornings at 7:45. The Skipper joins Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30. Never miss another D-backs conversation when you subscribe to the Arizona Sports YouTube channel, Arizona Sports 98.7, and the Arizona Sports app, the home of Arizona Diamondbacks baseball.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
We make our way down to the fourth inning. And a reminder to purchase a special event ticket pack to the Stranger Things night and get a ticket to the D-backs Phillies game plus an exclusive D-backs Stranger Things hat. Visit dbacks.com/Stranger Things. I've seen the hat. It looks good.
It's got a couple.
Andrew Kisner leads off. First pitch to him, looks like a four-seamer on the inside corner. 0-1 the count. It'll be Kisner and then the top of the order. Giants have already been able to get 8 hits in 3 innings off of Rodriguez. So for Rodriguez, It is just about trying to stabilize and grit and grind your way through 5 innings without giving up any more runs. Here comes the 0-1. And this one cued off the end of the bat, first base side. It goes foul. And it's 0-2.
Notice with the changeup like that, I mean, even the number 9 hitter's pulling off of it, meaning he's looking for a fastball in. Double up with that changeup. Maybe he would throw it farther off the plate.
The 0-2 pitch swung on, and you called it. Changeup, outside corner, fouled away first base side. Here comes the 0-2. Off the end of the bat, it's a pop-up into shallow center field. Cattell waves away Thomas, and he makes the catch. Nice read and reaction. And the leadoff man is gone for the top of the order in Elliot Ramos.
Tripled up on the changeup, and another nice one. Got an easy little pop-up to Marte.
Giants 5 and the D-backs 3. D-backs, it's not like their offense has gone cold. They have 5 hits through the first 3 innings as well. And again, there is still so much time in this game as this is swung on and popped up foul first base side by Ramos. But it does certainly seem as though the night is over for Tristan Beck, that Bob Melvin is content with 3 innings from his opener and is going to go to that bullpen as the 0-1 is cut on and missed, and the count now at 0-2.
A lot of changeups so far this inning. That was another nice one.
The 0-2 is in the dirt, trying to change up, but he wanted to keep it down. Rodriguez ready. The 1-2 is outside.
Well, it certainly looks to me like it's another changeup. Like he's really trying to pitch this inning instead of really trying to force his hard stuff and trying to tie him up inside. Now he's going both down and away slow and up and in hard.
Fastball up and in. All that Ramos could do is just fight it off foul and stays alive here. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. The wine and the 2-2 offering is again a swing by Encarnacion. Pardon me, that's Ramos. And a foul ball.
He's kind of fought that one off. He was beat by that fastball. Must have been looking off speed and just fouled that one off.
The 2-2. And he missed low that time. I think if he throws that in the strike zone, he might have gotten a strikeout.
I'm actually surprised he didn't chase that one.
Full count. Rodriguez has not walked a batter tonight. And this one swung on, hit towards the gap in left center. McCarthy racing after it, and he tracks it down, crossing onto the warning track, and a fantastic catch made by McCarthy.
Well, you got the no-fly zone out there. McCarthy with a good jump and great speed, and just reaches up and hauls that ball in. That was extra bases all over it. Clutch play.
Well, he ran a long way as well, as this almost could not have been placed better in the gap. And now here is Devers. Devers 1 for 2. He struck out his last time up. And the first pitch to him here is a low strike. 0-1 to count. Devers such a strong lower half to go with, super quick hands. As the 0-1's a little ground ball to third. And Alexander has all day to throw across the diamond in time for the out. What a great bounce back from Rodriguez. A 1-2-3 fourth. And we go into the bottom of the 4th inning. The Giants lead at 5-3 on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
La sopita en polvo con el mejor sabor. Tú y Maggi, el secreto del sabor dominicano.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
And it'll be Sweeney backpedaling, and he can't make the play. And there goes the no-hitter. It's rolling. Does it go fair? Yes, it does. That's a fair ball.
Oh, she's giving it to him. They're up 6-1 in the 8th. She's giving it to him and making him like it.
Doing the pop-up dance, and he dropped it. You don't see that very often.
Abrams is going to think about going to third. The throw too high there. Abrams dives back in. Tag applied this time by Riley. What just happened?
Los Angeles Dodgers return to Chase Field September 23rd for a 3-game weekday series. Secure your tickets for the matchup at Dbacks.com.
D-backs skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 in the Arizona Sports app.
Well, as we get ready to start the bottom of the 4th inning, a reminder that at Dignity Health, our team of orthopedic experts can help keep you in motion. Don't let joint pain put your life on pause. Visit dignityhealth.org/AZOrtho to learn more. Giants into their bullpen, and they're going to bring in right-hander Trevor McDonald for his season debut. McDonald, the right-hander's first pitch to Blaze Alexander, is a fastball, 95 miles an hour for a strike.
He's actually pitched 3 innings in the major leagues back in 2024. Hasn't given up a hit yet.
There's the 0-1. Inside to Alexander. He's got a good sinking fastball. It's in the mid-90s. Runs hard in on right-handed hitters as the count is 1-1. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best plan to new Ford at Sanderson Ford. Here's the 1-1. Alexander is swing and a miss. The first slider he saw. It's 1-2.
Well, it looks like he can maneuver the ball going inside to righties and away from righties. That lateral east to west pitcher.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss.
Just a nasty slider. Blaze end up chasing that ball. No chance of hitting that one.
So there's one down for Adrian Del Castillo. McDonald, he is a native of the Deep South. Born in Mobile, Alabama, went to high school in Mississippi, where he was drafted in the 11th round by the Giants. His first one to Del Castillo is swung on. That's a ground ball right to the shortstop Adames. Perfect defensive position. And just like that, 2 down. And that brings up Alek Thomas.
Threw the sinker down and away, and Del Castillo hit the ball right where it was pitched, and Adames right there to make the play.
After the game last night, the Giants optioned Keaton Wynn to AAA Sacramento. And we called up this guy McDonald, who of his 29 appearances with the River Cats, as Thomas takes a breaking ball for a strike. 24 were as a starter. Has logged almost 150 innings this year. So they might expect a little bit of length if he can get on a roll.
Yeah, I agree.
0-1 to Thomas. A changeup that's cut on and missed. And I counted 0-2 as Thomas got something in his eye or asks for time, took the helmet off, now puts it back on.
Well, we've seen 3 really good pitches so far out of McDonald. That sinking fastball you said, that nasty looking sweeper, and a pretty good changeup that last pitch.
Here's the 0-2. Reached for, weakly grounded to short. Adames behind the second base bag, snags it, and throws to first in time. So McDonald's first inning of work is a 1-2-3 fourth. And we head to the fifth with the Giants still in front 5-3 in the Morgan & Morgan Dbacks Radio Network.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude?
My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
Okay, I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs, and then next day, I gotta eat arepa with eggs. So my mom make it for me, and then when my mom is with me,
everything's good.
I save a lot of money.
Estamos leyendo.
For the latest developments across the state, stream Dbacks on Deck, then catch up on breaking news, weather, and exclusive content. All available anytime on 12+. It's baseball season in Arizona. 12 News, the official broadcast home of your Arizona Diamondbacks.
D-back skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 in the Arizona Sports app.
Willie Adames leads off for the Giants. 5-3 San Francisco in front. And Eduardo Rodriguez back to work. First pitch to Adames is low. Rodriguez comes into this fifth inning having thrown 73 pitches. As the 1-0 is inside for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Two-0 pitch. Adames takes well in, and it's 3-0. 0 for 2 is Adames. A foul pop out to first, and a soft liner to short. He'll be swinging away 3-0 if he gets a pitch he likes. And didn't like that one. That's a strike. 3-1 the count.
Big inning here for Rodriguez. Facing the 3, 4, 5 hitters, 6 hitters.
3-1 way out in front. A swing and miss, and it's 3-2.
That changeup has really made a nice difference for him here. The first inning, just a lot of hard stuff. The Giants reacted to it. Now he's starting to pull a string, and he's getting some good results.
Rodriguez ready. Pitch to Adames is in the dirt.
Right idea, just couldn't execute the pitch. Just too far down. Kind of short hop the glove of Moreno.
Leadoff man is aboard, and that's going to bring up Chapman. Flores is on deck. Kenny, these are the two guys right now that, you know, in this game you really have to circle with Rodriguez on the mound. Chapman, the great history, and Flores tonight, the two great results.
We're just looking to get a ground ball to shortstop.
And Chapman takes a strike of the knees.
Chapman does like to pull the ball. Perdomo playing way over in the hole. Be ideal right now to get a ground ball to him.
The 0-1 is down the middle for a second strike. Chapman took both, and it's behind 0-2. One on, nobody out. The 0-2. Ground ball left side. Perdomo's got it. Goes to second. There's one. Marte to first. That's a double play. Really nice turn. 6-4-3. It was a long throw by Perdomo. But now there are 2 down, and the bases are empty for Flores.
Boy, perfect execution by the Diamondbacks. Made the right pitch, got the changeup. They have Perdomo in the hole. The ball's right to him, and they turn an easy double play.
Now Flores, the first one to him, grounded left side softly. Alexander scoops and tosses to Vargas in time. Nice job by Rodriguez to work around that leadoff walk. He faces the minimum in the 5th, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still the Giants 5 and the D-backs.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I bowl in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli, or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
/brighter.
At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, making every second count, with appointments in as little as 24 hours. City of Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
D-backs Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Ildemaro Vargas leads off the bottom of the 5th. D-backs down by a couple. And first pitch, Travis McDonald, and he starts Vargas off with a strike. He's thrown 9 pitches, McDonald, since coming into the game. In the bottom of the 4th, he's thrown 8 of them in the strike zone. And now the 0-1 is a grounder foul, 0-2.
Just a nasty sinker. Has a lot of run to it, also has sink to it. And he got Vargas to chase a ball that was off the plate.
Bases empty, 0-2 pitch. Vargas uncorks one, foul. Really not a bad pitch. That was a slider on the very edge of the strike zone. And that pitch, Vargas able to turn on it and yank it foul.
Yeah, I think he saw that one pretty good, right out of the hand of McDonald. He jumped all over that one.
There's the 0-2. And a ground ball through the right side. That's a base hit. Hanging changeup, and Vargas, he is aboard to begin this bottom of the 5th inning.
A nice disciplined at bat that time. He cut his swing way down that time. He got that ball right through the hole in the right side of the infield.
Injured in a car accident or slip and fall? Batting over $20 billion and counting. We're Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm and proud sponsor of the Arizona Diamondbacks. This brings up McCarthy, who shows bunt, and he takes away for ball 1. I can't try to chip away here, but with his speed, feels unlikely he's going to ground into a double play.
Yeah, I like him swinging the bat here. He's bringing Chapman way in. Maybe he can shoot one by him.
Tries to deaden the bunt up the third base line. If he's trying to sacrifice, there's way too much footwork.
Yeah, and he's got to be careful because his back foot almost touched the plate. And sometimes umpires will call that, sometimes they don't. But you got to be careful.
One on, nobody out. McCarthy squares, drops a bunt down. It's picked up by Chapman, who gave a look at second and then zips it over to first base in time for the out. It is a 5-3 sacrifice, and it's a job done by McCarthy.
Down, but when you really watch the replay of this, his back foot came right behind home plate. And a lot of umpires, they'll end up calling batter out for doing that. That time he got away with it.
Top of the order in Perdomo. First pitch to him. He takes outside for ball one. Well-placed base hit could bring the D-backs to within one. A well-struck ball could tie the game at 5 apiece. 5-3 Giants in front. McDonald is 1-0. Is taken for a strike. That was 94 down the middle.
Just all kinds of run to it. Of course, Perdomo trying to take it and try to influence the umpire that it was inside.
Meanwhile, the Diamondbacks fifth, John Curtis, starting to get loose. A 1-1. And Perdomo takes what looked to be a changeup outside for ball two. That is the second changeup we've seen. Forget in or out, but he was up in the zone. It's what allowed Vargas to get a base hit. And that's the kind of pitch that usually gets turned around for a home run.
He kind of sported 4 good, pretty decent pitches out there.
There's a good one right there. That is a slider. Backdoored Perdomo. Just kissed the corner. And the count 2-2. Perdomo yet to really get a pitch that he likes. Being very patient. One out. The 2-2. Outside. Another changeup. And the count is full with Marte on deck.
Certainly looks like he's trying to get him to swing at his change. Hasn't been able to execute a good one to him.
Here's the 3-2. And that one is going to miss the mark. Ball 4. Perdomo aboard for the second time tonight. And the D-backs have the tying runs on base for Ketel Marte.
Just a high two-seamer off the plate. Another good take by Perdomo. Well, this is the time where you really need Marte to do something here.
Right now, Ketel is just 2 for his last 24. That's an 0.83 batting average. First and second, one out. The D-backs trail by 2. And the first one to Ketel is taken for a called strike. That was a slider, middle but down. Marte hit into a double play in the first, and then a soft fly out and a shallow left.
Very, very dangerous right now.
Swinging a ground ball through the right side. That's a base hit. They're going to wave Vargas around third. Encarnacion's got a cannon. The throw to the plate not in time. Perdomo gets to third. It's a 1-run game in the bottom of the 5th.
Just a seeing eye ground ball, and it's the beauty of getting it right in the right place as it got through the hole on the right side of the infield. That's a base hit that Ketel desperately needed, and a big RBI for the D-backs.
That was clutch. 62nd RBI of the season for Marte. And now here is Corbin Carroll. And though he doesn't have a hit tonight, Corbin has put 2 balls in play, well over 105 miles an hour. And you think the longer he keeps doing that, the sooner good results are going to come his way.
Well, he's really looked good at the plate. Like you said, nothing to show for it, but he's hit 2 balls really hard.
JP Martinez, the pitching coach, talking things over with Travis McDonald. Hey, listen, that guy Carroll, he might not look imposing, but that dude is dangerous.
Because actually, this guy's pretty good. I don't know if you guys heard about him down there in Sacramento, but this guy can juice it.
He nearly juiced one his last time up. Flew out to deep, deep right center. And the D-backs will take another one of those flyouts with only 1 down. The tying run is at third. And let's see how the Giants infield plays it. It looks like Chapman is going to be even with the bag at third. Flores obviously holding the runner at first. Whereas Adames and Schmidt playing deep, ready to turn 2. McDonald ready. Pitch number 1 is a fastball at the top of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. Giants 5, Diamondbacks 4. Here's the 0-1. Inside, it nearly nipped the ankles of Carroll. A slider that got away from McDonald. And all of a sudden now he's working up quite a lather. Wipes the sweat off his face with his forearm.
Put a little pressure on him with getting guys on base. Traffic does wonders.
The 1-1 pitch is swung on and fouled. And the count now at 1-2 strikes.
Fooled on the slider. It's one of those pitches that swings the count right now to 1-2 instead of 2-1.
And we've seen a little bit recently Carroll unsure. He'll reach for the pitch outside, sometimes chase out of the zone. As the 1-2 is line past Chapman. That's into left field. Perdomo scores. Marte is second. And we are tied at 5.
Brilliant hitting by Carroll. Normally you don't see him try to take a pitch the other way like that. But he did, and he did it with authority. He shot it right by Chapman. Great swing.
We had talked earlier when McDonald came into the game, that sinker runs in hard to the righties. It's got a lot of run. Carroll being a lefty, that thing ran away from him, and he just tried to guide it. Of course, he got the barrel to it, so his guiding's like 108 miles an hour. And now Moreno can give the D-backs the lead. Here's the pitch. And there's a strike. Sinker at 93. It's 0-1.
Boy, D-backs really putting together a big inning right here. They're just one big swing away. Really breaking this open.
Here's the 1-0 pitch, and too high that time from McDonald. He couldn't have looked better in the 4th inning. Struck out the first batter he faced, got 2 quick groundouts after that. Since then, the only out the D-backs have in this inning is the one they chose to give up, a sacrifice bunt. First and second, 1 out. And here comes the 2-0. Swung on, fly ball, shallow right center field. Encarnacion sprinting in, and he will make the grab. And now there are 2 down, and here is Blaze Alexander. And while he comes to the plate, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID and the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
KMVP FM Phoenix.
Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
On the Arizona Sports app and on 98.7.
Alexander's 1 for 2 with a run scored. 5-5 ball game. First pitch, and it's down the middle for a strike. A fantastic crowd tonight on a Tuesday night. D-back fans really supporting this red-hot D-back squad as that 0-1 missed inside. And look, the D-backs, they had to earn some of that trust back after an inconsistent first half. They come into this one having won 12 of the last 18 games. And a win tonight would make it a 4-game winning streak and keep the D-backs a game and a half behind the Mets. The 1-1 is a backdoor sinker. That one called a strike. And the count 1-2.
Not much of a chance to hit that. That started way off the plate. Tailed back to the outside corner, but never really quite got to the corner. It was called a strike, though.
And now the Giants have left-hander Joey Lucchesi getting loose. Lucchesi gave up that home run to James McCann last night. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to deep center field. Lee is moving back and onto the warning track. Hits the brakes, he makes the catch, and the inning comes to an end. However, the D-backs scored twice. They tied at 5, and we go to the 6th. New pitcher in for the Diamondbacks. More on that after this on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd bowl in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Grand Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli, or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
To be in, the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. We think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
Built on serving you, Sanderson Ford, satisfaction in everything we do. We're Arizona's pride, Sanderson Ford.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Top of the 6th inning, the Diamondbacks and Giants are tied at 5, and now on the pitch, it's right-hander John Curtis. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best point in new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. Curtis will work to Casey Schmidt. That first pitch is swung on and fouled away.
Well, the key to Curtis is he's a strike thrower, but you've got to stay out of the middle of the plate. You've got to live on the edges to be effective.
Swing and a fly ball, shallow center. Tough play for Thomas, but racing in on 2 feet. He'll make the catch. And for Curtis, 2 pitches, 1 out to begin the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, nice pitch there. Slider off the plate. Probably was a ball. Got him to swing at it. Easy out.
It's been a good month of September for Curtis. In limited opportunities, has not allowed a run. He has struck out 5 without walking a batter in 4 2/3 of September baseball. And his first pitch now to Gerard Encarnacion is off the mark for ball 1. Curtis, a quick worker, as the 1-0 pitch is swung on, and a jam shot fly to medium depth left field. McCarthy is there. He's got it. And look at that. Another 2 pitches and the second out of the 6th inning.
Boy, nicely done there. I mean, missed his location all the way across the plate, but Encarnacion ended up jamming himself on that, and easy pop up the left.
Candy, the night for Eduardo Rodriguez obviously done. 8 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 1 homer. That line, if you did not watch this game, as Lee takes a fastball at the knees for a strike, it would suggest a mediocre performance. But I actually thought the way Rodriguez really battled and adjusted after that 4-run first inning, that was excellent from the left-hander. He really gave the D-backs a chance to stick around in this game.
Really did. The 83 pitches that he's thrown, 58 of those were strikes. So he made a nice adjustment after that first inning. Really start going soft stuff as his predominant pitch. And
there's a line drive left center. Thomas got a great jump, makes a sliding catch. Oh, what a play by Thomas. And with some help from his defense, it's a 1-2-3, top of the 6th. And we go to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 5 on the Morgan & Morgan Diamondbacks Radio Network.
You've reached the goals that you've set for yourself at the beginning of the season, Capricorn, but you're already looking ahead to what you can achieve next year. Give yourself a chance to appreciate how far you've come, and new goals will keep you playing better than ever. Your ambition will propel you to play even harder as you step onto the diamond for your final games.
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands. Aaron signs every autograph and tattoos every baseball. Aaron foots the bill. Then robs you blind. Aaron's a good guy, the best. Unless you're a pitcher.
Daniels Jewelers is the official sponsor of the trip around the diamond. Stop by any Daniels locations and say home run for your free team bracelet and $50 gift card toward any purchase of $99 or more. And at Daniels Jewelers, everyone is approved for credit. Daniels Jewelers, own the dream.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
D-backs are going to go to their bench as the Giants have made a pitching change. Call the bullpen. It's brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best buy to new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. And Jordan Lawler is going to pinch hit for Adrian Del Castillo. Lucchesi, the left-hander, pitched yesterday. It'll be his 35th appearance. Lucchesi 1-1 with a 34-1 ERA. 27 strikeouts, 9 walks. Usually does a pretty good job of being in the strike zone. And he's held opponents to a .231 batting average this season.
Same matchup as we had last night where Lawler almost took him deep. We'll see if you can do it again.
Lawler off the bench trying to make an impact in this 5-5 ball game. Bottom of the 6th. And the first pitch. Lawler takes down low for ball 1. Well, I got to imagine as a hitter, it's got to be a great feeling for Lawler. You came off the bench to face this guy yesterday, spanked a double. Now you get to try and do it again. Here's the 1-0. And there's a fastball on the outer edge for a strike.
Well, it's all about getting a good pitch to hit. Try not to chase his curve out of the strike zone, but get something you can handle.
Lawler uses his timeout here. And this 1-1 count. It's going to be Lawler, then Thomas, and then the switch hitting Vargas. Lucchesi into the windup, and his 1-1 is in the dirt. Check swing by Lawler. That was looking a little curvy.
Yeah. Comes out as a curveball, but held with a changeup grip, I guess. But nice take by Lawler.
A 2-1 pitch is too high, just missed the top corner, and Lawler being very patient here, 3-1. It's a total 180 from the first 20 or so at bats from Lawler this year when he seemed so desperate to prove his promotion. He was chasing a lot. Now he can be aggressive with a 3-1 count, and Lucchesi's offering is inside ball 4. Very patient at bat, results in a leadoff walk. And the tying run is on, and good speed for Lawler as well.
Those are the kind of at-bats the D-backs really need. Don't go chasing pitches out of the strike zone. Get a good pitch to hit. If you're not going to get one, draw your walk, get traffic on the base paths.
Here is Alec Thomas, had a sensational sliding catch to end the top of the 6th. That was our cool play of the game, brought to you by Chaz Roberts. Chaz Roberts, serving you since 42. So when your family needs 4 generations of AC and plumbing know-how and expertise, remember, choose Chaz. This is an obvious bunt situation for Thomas, who has struggled against left-handed pitching this year. Chapman is toes right up against the turf. Flores ready to crash. Thomas squares, bunts it perfectly towards third. Chapman has it and throws on the run. It is another 5-3 sacrifice bunt, and that could not have been done any better by Thomas.
Yeah, especially with Chapman, who's, an outstanding defender, reading that bunt all the way, knowing he's probably going to bunt the ball. Made a great play, but great productive at bat by Thomas.
So now there's a runner at second, and only one out. And Ildemaro Vargas digs in.
Hitting from the right side now.
And we're going to see a mound visit here as J.P. Martinez, the pitching coach. They have a decision to make here. You have the lefty McCarthy on deck. That's left on left. But, again, I don't think you can anticipate a double play ball. And with McCarthy's speed, it's hard to turn one. Not to mention, if you pitch around Vargas, and again, I don't think that that's what they're going to do here, but you're just getting yourself closer to the top of this order with 2 switch hitters in Perdomo and Marte.
That's the key. I mean, ideally, if you're the Giants, you're trying to get these last 2 guys because you don't want to face Perdomo or Marte.
Visit is over. Vargas A very aggressive hitter from the right side. He will let it fly if he gets a pitch that he likes. Don't be surprised if he gets something hanging up in the zone to see him just hook one into the corner. Runner at second, one out. We're in the bottom of the sixth of a 5-5 ball game. The first one to Vargas is downstairs from Lucchesi, and the count 1-0. The Mets picked up their second consecutive win after the walk-off on Sunday. They pummeled the Padres today 8-3. Now the 1-0. Vargas takes off the corner, downstairs for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. And so the current lead in the wild card is 2 games. If the D-backs lose, it's 2.5. If the D-backs win, it goes back down to 1.5. 2 balls and no strikes. Lucchesi desperate to throw a strike here. And now the 2-0 pitch is nowhere close. Ball 3, 3-0.
Just important. Make sure if you got the green light right here, make sure you get a good pitch to hit. Take your walk if they're going to give it to you.
The 3-0 is off the mark. That is ball 4. So Lucchesi misses with 4 straight, whether it's intentional or not. That's for the Giants to know. And the D-backs have a couple guys on base, and it looks like they are going to pull back McCarthy.
2 walks in this inning. D-backs looking in pretty good shape right here.
And it will be Jorge Barosa to pinch hit for McCarthy. So they're going to bring in the switch hitter. The Giants had a right-hander ready to go. So Lawler has been used this inning. Barosa has been used this inning. Del Castillo and McCarthy are done for the night. And another quick mound visit between pitcher and catcher as they are looking over the scouting report on Barosa on a little index card.
Well, it's really fun right now because these are both teams that really need to win this game. And both managers are really acting accordingly.
You know, Candy, when we got to the 6th inning with Curtis, from this point on, it's really a battle of the bullpens. Which bullpen can stand true? And the one thing that we have talked about all season long, bullpens that walk guys usually give up big innings. And so far for Lucchesi, 2 walks here in the 6th, and only 1 out now for Barosa.
Hey, walks equal runs. We're just looking for 1 big hit.
And the first one to Barosa is at the knees for a strike. Fastball at 94. Nothing in 1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. That was right down the middle. Oh, could not ask for a better pitch.
That was the pitch to hit there. Barosa knows it.
One of Barosa's issues that has troubled his offense in the major leagues. He has chased both the high fastball and the breaking ball in the dirt. Lucchesi has both options at his disposal. He's got that curve, whatever, and then a 4-seamer that's usually about 93 to 95.
Let's see if we can kind of swing down a little bit, make contact here.
0-2. That's a really good pitch by Lucchesi, and Barosa fouled it away.
Curveball left it well up in the zone. Barosa looked like he was trying to come out of his shoes to hit it.
Giants 5, D-backs 5. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. The D-backs have Lawler at second and Vargas at first. 0-2, the count on Barosa. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that one fouled back.
This is a great battle going on. Let's see if he wastes a pitch here.
0-2 is too high. Barosa, a little dance. He was holding his breath. He wasn't sure.
Tell you, that's not where Lucchesi was trying to throw that pitch. His catcher wanted it down in the dirt. He got away from him.
Keep in mind, this is a back-to-back for Lucchese. Now the 1-2 instead of stepping a check. And that is the first of 2 disengagements for the left-hander in what's turning out to be a pretty lengthy at-bat. One thing that Barossa needs to avoid is putting this on the ground. The 1-2 inside at 94. Well, he was certainly lunging a little bit over the plate. And like you said earlier in the broadcast, Candy, that's how you get a guy off.
You're exactly right. Now let's see if he tries to go a little bit off speed down and away.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Well, he got 2 fastballs down the middle in that at bat. Actually 3. He took the first one. He swung through the other 2, and he's down on strikes.
Yeah, this was a good pitch to hit. I mean, it had a lot of the middle of the plate, a little bit up, but still. And he knows it, too. He was upset after that swing and miss.
How many times have the Diamondbacks really relied on Perdomo to bail him out? They're going to ask again.
This is the guy to do it.
2 down, 2 on. And the first pitch from Lucchese, a good one. Very bottom of the zone fastball. And the count 0-1. Perdomo with a double in the 3rd, a walk in the 5th. We're tied at 5. 2 down in the 6th. And now the 0-1 from Lucchese. Swung on, hard hit, ground ball to short. Adames has it. Thought about going to second, but takes his time. And he throws to first instead. The inning is over. The D-backs don't cash in on either of those walks. And after 6 innings of play, it's the Giants 5 and the D-backs 5 on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs.
Shohei Ohtani doesn't make any sense. A hitter that pitches and steals bases. No way. A living legend who's this humble? No way. Ohtani isn't a one-way player or a two-way player. He's a no-way player.
Before you knew it, I got a new windshield and a check.
Call New Vision today.
480-210-9090.
We'll come to you, repair or replace your windshield, and hand you the cash.
NewVisionAutoglass.com. 480-210-9090.
New Vision Auto Glass. See clearly, drive safely.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
John Curtis is still on the mound for the D-backs. He faces Andrew Knizner to begin the 7th. And Knizner takes strike 1. Knizner then the top of this order for the Giants. Ramos and Devers. Looks like the D-backs have a lefty getting loose. And you have to wonder if that is going to be for Rafi Devers, who is again due up 3rd this inning. 5-5 our score. Knizner is 1 for 2. Had a base hit back in the 2nd. And now the 0-1 is just off the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike the count.
Nice pitch. Didn't get the call, but just dotted it down and in.
Here's the 1-1 from Curtis. Knizner rolls it over to 3rd. It's collected by Alexander. And the throw to first is perfect. 1 down.
Well, just another solid play by Alexander. I mean, Blaze just no panic in his game at all. Just very easily just grabs the ball and makes a perfect throw.
Elliot Ramos is 1 for 3. And this pitch is up and in for ball 1. Earn points for D-backs rewards on game tickets, exclusive merchandise, and more by shopping participating products at Fry's Food Stores. Visit frysfood.com/D-backs for details. That was a cutter upstairs.
Yeah, a couple of them now. He's been trying to go after him with cutters. If he stays with it.
There's a swing. Fly ball to fairly deep right field. Carroll is just onto the warning track, but he'll make the catch. Had it the whole way. And now 2 down for Rafi Devers.
Again, that was Ramos really trying to hit the ball the other way. We saw him do that a lot last night.
And that is going to be it for Curtis tonight. He has done his job well. And the D-backs will play the matchup game left on left with Brandon Garcia. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play to new Ford Here's at Sanderson Ford. We're tied at 5 with 2 outs in the top of the 7th on the Morgan & Morgan Dbacks Radio Network.
Avnet.
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also
the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands.
Aaron signs every autograph
and tattoos every baseball.
Aaron foots the bill.
They rob you blind.
Aaron's a good guy, the best.
Unless you're a pitcher.
Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
City of Hope is revolutionizing cancer care with life-saving speed. Here in the Valley with dedicated experts, targeted treatments, and appointments available in as little as 24 hours. Learn more by going to cityofhope.org. 2 outs, bases empty. We're tied at 5. Here's Devers. And Garcia's first pitch is zipped in there at 96. It's 0-1.
Just an easy 96. Just kind of slings it.
Garcia on the year has a 6.23 ERA. However, as the 0-1 is swung on, that's a fly ball to shallow center. Thomas racing in, now slows, reaches up, makes the catch. And Curtis and Garcia combined for a 1-2-3 7th. It's stretch time in Phoenix. And the D-backs and Giants in this critical game 2 are tied at 5 on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs.
Before he was feared on the field, Ronald Acuna Jr. was chasing wins on a different kind of field. For the Acuñas, El Béisbol was a story told in fastballs and late-night rematches. Every loading screen was a part of the strategy. Smash de botones. Smash de jonrones. That's how La Bestia was born.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cards.
That's awesome.
Because to me, cards have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
Earn more.
Purchase a Stranger Things special event ticket pack for Friday, September 19th and receive an exclusive hat and D-backs versus Phillies game ticket. Get your tickets now at dbacks.com/strangerthings.
D-backs skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Arizona Diamondbacks and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Ketel Marte leads off the bottom of the 7th. Jose Buto, his first pitch is high and outside for ball 1. Call to the bullpen is brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play in a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. Buto replaces Lucchesi. And now the 1-0 pitch. Marte swings and he fouls it away. It's 1-1.
Well, you're seeing Cattell just miss some pitches that he normally doesn't miss. Especially those fastballs that are a little bit up, and he usually tattoos those.
Buto, 27-year-old from Venezuela. This is his 18th appearance this year for the Giants. His 52nd on the season as a 1-1 is just outside at 96. And a count, 2 balls and a strike. He was really good with the Giants, or pardon me, with the Mets. But the Giants were kind of in a similar spot as the D-backs at the trade deadline. They were way out of it. They decided to sell as the 2-1 is popped up third base side and out of play. And so they were able to move Tyler Rogers to the Mets. They got Drew Gilbert, who we saw yesterday in right field, another prospect, and then Buto. But again, like the Diamondbacks, the Giants got hot in late August and thrust themselves back in the mix. They won 11-12 to become the team just on the outside behind New York. But coming into play tonight, they've lost 6 of 9 and are now behind the Diamondbacks in 5th place. 2-2. There's a hot shot into right center field. That's a base hit. It could be 2. Marte rounding first. He's digging for second. Lee's throw is off target. And Marte with a head first dive. That's his 2nd hit of the night.
Just a hanger, too. Slider outside part of the plate, but elevated. And Marte, really good to see, thinking double all the way on this ball. And he got into second base and pretty emotional about it.
He is fired up. His teammates are fired up as well. Now 2 for 4 night for Cattell. Now here's Corbin Carroll, who went opposite field last time for a base hit.
Need him to pull the ball here. Marte at second base. Maybe switch places with him.
Line drive center field. That's a base hit. Marte will be held at third. He had to freeze. And the D-backs have him on the corners with nobody out.
Boy, another solid line drive. 106 miles an hour. It seems like that's what the low end of what Carroll does all the time. But he almost took the pitcher's Buto's head off that line drive.
Bottom of the 7th, Maine's the 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Arizona Complete Health. Transforming the health of the community one person at a time. The infield is going to come in here. And I'm so curious to see, Candy, how aggressive the D-backs are with Carroll at first base. Kisner, in his career, has thrown out base stealers at about a 22% rate. This year, 22.2%, so right in line with his average.
Infield in right now.
The first one to Moreno is low. Diamondbacks have 3 straight right-handers coming up. Moreno, Alexander's on deck. Lawler in the hole. He pinch hit for Del Castillo back in the 6th inning. We're tied at 5 in the bottom of the 7th. D-backs have runners at first and third with nobody out. And the 1-0 from Buto is a called strike. 1-1.
Well off the play, but called a strike by Baker. Sometimes pitches full an umpire too.
One ball, 1 strike. Moreno doubled his first time up. He's popped out twice since. Buto's 1-1. Is lined to third. It's caught by Chapman and everyone retreats.
Good base running by the D-backs. Line shot. And unfortunately that ball was caught, but both base runners, Marte and Carroll, froze and got back to their bases.
This is a huge at bat now. Unfortunately for Moreno, unable to get the job done. And now the D-backs really need to think about Carroll in motion here just to make sure that it eliminates a double play ball.
Yeah, and the Giant middle infielders are moving back.
Buto ready. First pitch, Alexander, a swing and a miss. As that slider fell off the outside corner, and the count is 0-1.
Blake seems to like the ball out over the plate. You see a lot of teams really trying to pitch him in hard, but when he gets that ball a little bit outside, especially slider speed bat, he can kiss those.
Now the 0-1 pitch was in the dirt, and Kisner, with his backhand, blocked the ball forward, and nowhere for Carroll to go.
Almost like he was trying to pick that ball and then try to make a throw to third base. Fortunate he was able to block that.
Dave McKay with some instruction to Corbin Carroll, put his hands on his shoulders. Carroll takes his lead. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball to first. Flores has it. He didn't step on first base. The throw to the plate is in time, but Alexander's going to be safe at the bag. Flores never touched first base, so Marte is out at home. Now there's still going to be 2 on.
Yeah, that ball was hit hard right to Flores. Catches that ball almost to the bag. He kind of straddles the bag, never touched it like you said, and realized that the out at the plate was probably more crucial than getting the out at first.
So the Giants are going to challenge, and now a chance for Jordan Lawler as Buto and the Giants are 2/3 of the way there. Alexander ran inward and then stuck his arm out to try and get hit by the ball. That was not a smart call on his part. You do have Carroll in scoring position, and what a moment this would be for Lawler. His first call-up was such a struggle, he got sent back down to Reno without ever recording a hit. And when he was called up for his second time, he still went almost 2 weeks until he got his first hit of the season. Since then, Katie, he's been almost a .350 hitter.
This is a big spot for him. Big spot for the Diamondbacks in this game.
5-5 ball game, 2 down to the 7th, and the first one to Lawler is low and away for ball 1. Put out on Cattell, by the way, is 3-2. So it isn't out at home. Carroll's at second, Alexander's at first. Here's the 1-0. Lawler takes again low and away. 2 balls, no strikes. And the Diamondbacks have left-handed hitting Alek Thomas on deck. From a matchup standpoint, that would serve better with the right-handed Buto. And the Giants do not have a left-hander throwing at the moment. It's Buto's game. Either he's going to post a scoreless 7th or the D-backs are going to take the lead. There's now the 2-0. It is a check swing, and Lawler indeed went around. I thought he might have. It's 2-1.
Close. I mean, he was ready for that fastball. He got the slider, just could not hold up on his swing.
Yep.
Yeah, he went.
2-1. Lawler, such an impressive walk in the 6th inning. You normally don't celebrate pinch hit walks, but for a young player to be that poised against a guy like Lucchesi, that helped the D-backs. 2 on, 2 out. The 2-1 is a late swing and a soft chopper just past the mound. That should be interference. Everyone's going to be safe. And what's the call? They're calling him out. They're going to say Alexander is out for interfering with the fielder. And now the umpires are going to come together here. Alexander was just trying to run in a direct line to second base. It feels like Candy, the D-backs have been burned in this situation, and now it works against them.
Yeah, well, the defender always has a right to the ball, and it's up to the base runner to make sure that he has that ability to get to the ball, and Alexander clearly ran into him. I think he might have got him at first base anyway, but both umpires immediately putting their hands up.
It is likely going to be the inning comes to an end as Torey Lovello is getting some final explanation. And the umpire just said the runner has to get out of the fielder's way. That's the rule. That's the call. The inning is over. And the D-backs, despite having first and third and nobody out, don't score. We are moving on to the 8th inning. Giants 5 and the D-backs 5 on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
The Los Angeles Dodgers return to Chase Field September 23rd for a 3-game weekday series. Secure your tickets for the matchup at Dbacks.com.
If your AC is over 10 years old and you're dreading the inevitable replacement, fret no more. This month, Parker & Sons has state-of-the-art high-efficiency heating and AC systems for $99 a month. Just $3 a day. Wow.
$3 a day? That's less than a fast food cheeseburger.
$3 a day?
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
As someone who grew up in the era of the twist, the locomotion, the Freddy, and other outrageous dances, the floss is easily the worst of all time.
The fan did touch that ball, and that's a big whoops. Any relation to Grant? I don't know. That guy was having a hard time figuring out what screen he was supposed to be looking at.
What a play! Alan Rodin. And hopefully he is all right.
Look at it's his eye black. That's his eye black. It has been transferred from face to wall.
Dbacks are going to go back to their bullpen and bring in right-hander Ryan Thompson. Call to the bullpen is brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best plan a new Ford. As it's Sanderson Ford, Thompson making appearance number 44. 2-2 record, a 4.14 ERA on the season. He has struck out 34 He's walked only 13. It's a walks per 9, though, of 3.2 on the year.
And he really gives you a completely different look. Different arm angle. The ball really sweeps. It goes both ways. He's tough to hit.
He faces Willy Adames, and his first pitch is on the edge for a strike. It's 0-1. They have brought in a right-hander because the next 5 hitters for the Giants are all righties, and I think they'd like to get Flores out of the game and try and start getting into that Giant bench. As the 0-1 from Thompson missed way outside. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Big out to get the first guy. Adames pretty much a free swinger. I'm sure he's trying to get him to chase some of those sweepers off the plate.
Here's the 1-1. That one crushed foul.
Boy, that was one hanger right there. And luckily, it was a little bit on the inside part of the plate, and he yanked it foul.
One and 2 the count on Adames. Adames now asking for time. The one thing the D-backs have done the last couple of innings, despite not scoring candies, they have had lengthy rallies, sending 6 men to the plate. As the 1-2, and that one's low and away from Thompson. So as Bob Melvin's trying to manage when he can get in his guys like a Ryan Walker, a Joel Peguero, who we saw last night. It's tough because those quality top hitters keep coming up every inning.
That's right.
2-2. Oh, a late swing and a double tap. The follow through of Adames actually hit the ball again and shot it straight down into the ground.
You know, one of the things that we talk about quite often is, advancing the lineup. And, when you start drawing some walks and get those little hits, I mean, the lineup keeps turning over, and that's where the D-backs do their damage.
2-2 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to deep left field. Barossa going back and now curling in front of the warning track, and he makes the catch. Boy, it had a sweet trajectory off the bat, but it just didn't have the juice to follow, only 88 miles an hour.
Yeah, I mean, that ball swept, big sweeper, and it was off the plate, and that's why he just wasn't able to get all the barrel on the ball.
One down for Matt Chapman. Chapman is 0 for 3. Actually 0 for 2 with a sac fly. And this pitch just outside. He's put the ball on the ground twice, including a double play ball his last time up in the 5th. Here we are in the 8th.
Had a no for last night. Like to keep it that way.
Now the 1-0. Chapman swings, grounds it to third. Alexander backpedaling gloves and throws to Vargas in time. 2 down.
Another nice play by Alexander. Good footwork. Read that big hop perfectly. And then just a nice, calm, perfect throw to first.
How about this? The Giants, in the first 3 innings of this game, scored 5 runs on 8 hits. Since the 3rd, the Giants have 1 base runner. A walk by Adames in the 5th inning. Here we are, 2 down in the 8th. And Wilmer Flores, he will hit for himself.
They have got a nothing against the D-backs bullpen. Absolutely nothing.
1 ball, no strikes. Thompson, he throws. And Flores taking all the way, sizes up his sinker. Count is even at 1-1. Flores has done mega damage tonight. Base hit in the 1st, and then a monster homer in the 3rd. As the 1-1 is outside to Flores. And the count 2 balls and a strike. In the bottom of the 8th, the D-backs are going to have Thomas, Vargas, and Barossa. 7, 8, and 9. 2-1. Swung on. High fly ball. Fairly deep left. And onto the warning track is Barossa. He'll make the catch. And that'll do it for the Giants. In the top of the 8th inning, it's another 1-2-3 frame. 3rd in a row for this D-back bullpen. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. 5-5 our.
Sometimes your calling doesn't shout. It hums. Like a lullaby floating through a warm night in San Pedro. Before he could walk, El Niño had already taken his first step toward greatness. For Fernando Tatis Jr., baseball wasn't just in the house because Papa was a pro pelotero. It hung over his cradle like a promise. Desde la cuna, El Niño ya tenía swing.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Zoom over to Chase Field on September 24th when the D-backs face the Los Angeles Dodgers. The first 15,000 fans will receive a co-branded rally towel courtesy of NASCAR and Phoenix Raceway. Visit dbacks.com for tickets.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Talking Stick Resort Vacation is back. Stay and play with rates as low as $129. Chris Garagiola alongside Tom Candiotti. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning, tied at 5. Alec Thomas leads off against Buto. And the first one to Thomas is a fastball for a strike. Very top of the zone. It's 0-1.
Base runners try to build an inning right here.
Now this one is low. Count even at 1-1. I think Thomas all around has had a great game. He's had good defense, had a big base hit in the 2nd, and he laid down a fabulous sacrifice bunt back in the 6th inning. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, rolled over softly towards first, and it goes bouncing up the chalk and eventually foul.
You certainly would like to get at least one guy on base here. Get Perdomo up to the plate in this inning. And even more so, Perdomo and Marte.
Seven, 8, and 9 for the D-backs. And here comes the 1-2. Thomas reaches for it, cues it right in front of the plate. Miscommunication. Buto throws it away down the right field line. Thomas to second. Oh, what a horrible decision by Buto. And the D-backs have the go-ahead run in scoring position.
How many times do we see this? Just a little swinging bunt like that. And instead of the pitcher or whoever getting the ball, they try to make some kind of spectacular play. They always throw it away. And the D-backs are going to benefit from this. Now, immediately Thomas in scoring position.
That'll be an E1. That little hesitation between Kisner and Buto, the difference. Oh, what a mistake. Can the D-backs capitalize? Here's Vargas. Corners are in. He squares. And he takes in the dirt. And the count 1 ball and no strikes. Well, I mean, the way Butto's throwing the ball right now, just take the sacrifice out. He's worked around trouble in the previous inning.
And this is all about trying to score 1 run here. Get the bunt down if that's what you're asked to do. Otherwise, make sure you pull the ball to the right side.
Now the pitch. And Vargas bunts it in front of the plate. And a look at third by Kisner. But he will throw to first. The second baseman Schmidt was covering. It's a 2-4 sacrifice. And in the bottom of the 8th of a tie game, the Diamondbacks have that precious go-ahead run 90 feet away. And here comes Jorge Barrosa.
Barrosa be hitting from the left side. Infield's going to come in for the Giants. This is what it's all about right here. Execute. Get a good pitch to hit. Get that ball to the outfield.
Barrosa came in off the bench. And against Lucchese, he struck out in the 6th inning. He has to get this to the outfield. All 3 Giant outfielders have good arms. Barrosa takes the first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Encarnacion has the strongest of the 3 in right. Lee has the most accurate in center. Ramos is the biggest question mark in left.
Let's just drive one through the gap.
1 ball, no strikes on Barrosa.
Got to guard against pulling the ball on the ground.
And he takes again in the dirt for ball 2.
6 for 55 in his career. He has not drawn 1 walk this year. And that's in 55 at bats.
I might have told him to take a strike in all seriousness. Just 5 RBIs on the season. The average down to 109. And now the 2-0 is too high. And they count 3 balls and no strikes. One of the best things a young player will learn is the value of patience, especially as an offensive hitter.
Sometimes you got to know what the pitcher's going to do, too. He's not going to give you a meatball. You got to make him enter the strike zone.
Which he did on that 3-0 pitch. 97 on the outer edge. And Barrosa got a good look at it. Runner at third, 1 out. The infield is in for the Giants. There's a lot of space in the shallow outfield if he does get jammed with a fastball. Here comes the 3-1. Swung on. It's popped up out into shallow left. This is not going to do it. Ramos almost at the dirt will make the catch. And holding at third is Thomas. Again, Barrosa just cannot come through in the clutch.
Oh, he had a good count to hit in, too, and got a great pitch to hit. Fastball right down the chute, and unfortunately popped it up.
And now here comes Bob Melvin, and he is going to make a pitching change. Call to the bullpen, brought to you by Sanderson Ford. The best play to new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. Butto goes out. Ryan Walker comes in, and we'll tell you more about...
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also
the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands.
Aaron signs every autograph
and tattoos every baseball.
Aaron foots the bill.
They rob you blind.
Aaron's a good guy, the best.
Unless you're a pitcher.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to beat a judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of, it gets you, yeah. I don't know if I should tell the kids that they should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
I like a steak, no vegetables.
No vegetables?
No vegetables.
No, is it straight protein?
Yeah.
Start your chase today with 2025 Topps Chrome Baseball.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Well, the Giants are bringing in Ryan Walker, who has closing experience. Another way of saying this guy has pitched in many high-leverage situations before, and that's where he finds himself now with a runner at third and 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. We're tied at 5. Walker's made 62 appearances this year. He's got a 3.79 ERA. Does not give up a lot of homers, 0.5 per 9 on the season. And he has a pretty decent strikeout rate. He faces Perdomo, and the first pitch hits him square in the back. Perdomo goes down like he was hit with a brick.
I mean, he just tugged on this ball, thrown behind Perdomo. I mean, there's no way for him to get out of the way of a pitch like that.
Well, and clearly not trying to hit Perdomo.
No.
This is as big of a must-win as the Giants have, and that sinker was so far behind him, it actually started outside Perdomo, and then it tailed back into his back. Take a look at this replay, Candy. It's behind him, and then there it is, right in the middle of his back.
Oh, God, right in the flesh, right above the belt, left side of the back. That's going to leave a mark.
And now here is Cattell, and this is the worst-case scenario for the Giants. You had a sleeping Giant in Marte, who looked lost for the last 2 weeks. He seems to be coming out of it tonight. He's got 2 hits in his last 2 at-bats, including a double in the right center gap. And now with runners at first and third, he could win it for the D-backs.
Oh, just a big hit here.
First pitch swinging, ground ball to the right side. Schmidt has it, throws to first, and it's just in time. And the inning comes to an end. The D-backs fail to score. And we go to the 9th, tied at 5 on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs radio network.
12 News is dedicated to the...
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
Joins Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30. Never miss another D-backs conversation when you subscribe to the Arizona Sports YouTube channel, Arizona Sports 98.7, and the Arizona Sports app, the home of Arizona Diamondbacks baseball.
D-backs Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Well, D-backs fans, you can watch the remainder of this postseason push by purchasing Dbacks.tv for only $19.99. Dbacks.tv is presented by Progressive. Games are subject to national exclusivities. Visit Dbacks.tv for more information. Andrew Saalfrank comes into the game, and he works to Casey Schmidt. First pitch low for ball 1. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play to new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. These two teams tied at 5 in the 9th. Nobody scored since the 5th. And now a check swing foul by Schmidt. He redirects the ball to the net. The count is even at 1-1.
Well, Saalfrank really likes to rely on his curveball. That's his best pitch. Fastball, not a lot of velo on it, so it's important for him to be able to spot that.
There's the 1-1. And that's in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. It'll be Schmidt, Encarnacion, and then Jung-Hoo Lee. You had to think part of this decision to bring Saalfrank in was because of the fact that Lee was going to come up this inning. It's now the 2-1 pitch. And that curveball is low for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike.
No walks. You got to make them earn everything right here. Be careful with this pitch. Schmidt has a lot of power.
3-1 the count. Schmidt 1 for 3 tonight. And now the 3-1 from Saalfrank. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase one out of the zone. And Schmidt annoyed with himself as the count runs full.
Over anxious swing that time, and luckily so, as Saalfrank would have walked him with that pitch. That was in the dirt.
Saalfrank, terrific numbers on the year. He's got a 1.38 ERA. He's got a walks per 9 of under 3. And now the 3-2 is swung on and popped up. Vargas, the first baseman, steps around the bag and just on the foul side of the chalk will make the catch.
What a break for the D-backs. Probably a walk turned into an easy pop up to first base. That's a big out to get.
And this might be the toughest at bat for Saalfrank in this inning. Here is Encarnacion, 2 for 3. He's got a double, a single, 2 RBIs. He's got plenty of pull side power. And it's a left-hander pitching into a right-hander. Saalfrank ready. His first pitch is below the knees for ball 1.
Saalfrank needs to land that fastball because he wants to throw the curveball, and he wants him to be able to chase it out of the strike zone.
5-5 ball game. 1-0. There's a strike right down the middle. You could have fit a dime in the center of the zone. And that pitch would have hit Teddy Roosevelt. Actually, I think it's Franklin Roosevelt. Doesn't matter.
Depending on the year, right?
This is a cashless broadcast. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and a pop-up out of play, first base side. Saalfrank has the count leverage. It's 1-2.
Again, that was a curveball up in the zone, too. Got away with that one. Encarnacion, just swing got really long that time and fouled it off.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, top of the 9th inning. 1 down. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Got another Giant to chase a ball out of the strike zone. A fastball down underneath and got the swing over the top.
And now it's the left-on-left matchup.
I mean, how about this D-back bullpen right now? I mean, they have been flawless.
Spectacular. And if they win this game, they probably deserve to be front of the line for recognition as Lee takes low for ball 1. D-backs will have 3, 4, and 5, beginning with Corbin Carroll for the bottom of the 9th inning. Right now, 2 outs. We're tied at 5 in the 9th. 1-0 pitch, and Lee takes a strike call. That one just grabbed the corner. 1-1.
Those are the pitches we said that he needs to land. He landed that one. Perfect pitch, spotted it down and away.
2 outs, bases empty. And the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, ground ball towards first. That is a fair ball. It's a fair ball. Vargas steps on the bag. Lee never ran. He fell out of the box. He thought that ball was fouled off his foot. And now Bob Melvin wants an explanation. It's a 1-2-3 ninth if this is adjudicated without change from Jordan Baker. And we're just holding for a second to make sure that the Giants are not going to challenge this play. If they do challenge, this replay review will be brought to you by Planet Fitness. Get fit for less than $15 a month. I mean, the Giants have the ability to challenge this. This is something you can review. Did the ball hit off his foot?
No.
No, it didn't.
This was a ground ball to first. Didn't run.
And Lee didn't run. That's going to do it for the Giants this inning. The D-backs will lead off with Corbin Carroll in a 5-5 game, trying to walk it off when we come back on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
The D-backs take on the Philadelphia Phillies for a 3-game weekend series starting September 19th. Secure your tickets now at dbacks.com.
This Labor Day, celebrate family, fun, and the freedom to save with Chevrolet. And it all starts with...
Sometimes your calling doesn't shout. It hums. like a lullaby floating through a warm night in San Pedro. Before he could walk, El Niño had already taken his first step toward greatness. For Fernando Tatis Jr., baseball wasn't just in the house because Papá was a pro pelotero. It hung over his cradle like a promise. Desde la cuna, El Niño ya tenía swing.
There's the bunt. That could be trouble as Petrie. No, Stevie dives in and beats it. Good effort by Steve Lyons.
And that'll be a base hit right there. Good job. I'll tell you one thing, not a bad defensive play either by the Tigers.
Did you see that? He's going to get the dirt out, and all of a sudden he unbuckled his pants and they fell down.
Arizona Sports app.
Some defensive changes have been made by the Giants as we get ready to start the bottom of the ninth inning. Entering the game to play right field is Grant McCray. And leading off for the D-backs, Corbin Carroll. The first pitch from Walker, 96, up and in. And they count 1 ball and no strikes. Patrick Bailey has also come into the game. He has replaced Andrew Kisner. So Bailey is the new catcher, and McCray is the new right fielder. Everyone else stays the same for the Giants. 1-0. Carroll swings, hits a ground ball base hit into center field, and the winning run is aboard to begin the ninth inning.
Couldn't have a better guy on base than Corbin Carroll. Tremendous speed. And now you're in business. Boy, he just peppered that ball right up the middle of the field.
They probably bring in Bailey because of his ability to control the running game.
We'll see how quick Walker is to the plate.
First pitch, and Walker, who's a cross-arm delivery type of pitcher, missed outside for ball 1. Crossfire, fancy way of saying they throw across their body and they hide the ball well. And as the 1-0 to Moreno is too high for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
And when you have a guy like that trying to be extremely quick and even quicker than normal, then he's got a very difficult time trying to throw the ball into the strike zone.
The 2-0 is way outside ball 3.
So sometimes just the threat of stealing a base can create havoc.
3-0 on Gabby. He shows bunt disingenuously, and he takes ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk that moves the winning run now into scoring position with nobody out. The Diamondbacks have laid down 3 sacrifice bunts tonight, and I imagine, Candy, they're dialing up their 4th.
I think this is the opportunity to really make sure you get one down, and he'll be trying to bunt this down to third base and make Chapman field this ball.
Chapman right now looking at the dugout, trying to see if the Giants want to put the wheel play on. That's how you can really aggressively try and get that lead runner at third.
Yep. You got to focus on the shortstop. He's going over.
And taking the first pitch is Alexander. That's a strike, the count 0-1.
When the shortstop vacates, that means the corner infielders are going to charge in, and they're only worried about doing one thing, is cutting the runner down at third base.
Now Adames, they're trying to back pick. It's bunted right back to Bailey. No, it's Walker, the pitcher, who picks it up, and save! Came off the bag, did Schmidt at first. He lifted his foot, and somehow Alexander got in there just in the nick of time. Bases loaded, nobody out, bottom of the ninth inning.
Oh, this is all about deadening the ball. Nicely done. I don't know what Schmidt was doing. He had his foot on the base. He took it off to catch the ball. Now the D-backs, this is It doesn't get any better than this.
I have no idea why the Giants are not challenging. This could not be a more critical point in the game. And now, look at this. 5-5 our score. Bottom of the ninth, nobody out for Jordan Lawler.
What a perfect time to win this game. Walk it off.
The former 6th overall pick, he'd been the top prospect ever since Corbin Carroll graduated to his elite status. And a player who had so often been described as part of the bright future for the Diamondbacks, now in the present has a chance to help the Diamondbacks continue their push for the postseason.
Be careful right now not to be overly aggressive and swing at pitches that are out of the strike zone. Make him throw a strike.
Bases loaded. The first pitch. Inside, it nearly hit him. Well, if he held his ground there, he might have been hit by the pitch, and that might have been your ball game. Winning run is at third. The Giants have the infield in. The Giants have the outfield in.
Well, ever since Walker's come in the game, he has been wild.
Swing and a miss. That was a sinker in off the plate at 97.
Yeah, it could have been 2-0, but he chased the ball well off the plate, down and in, just being a little too aggressive. Right now, a walk's just as good as a hit.
By the way, they assessed an error on the second baseman Schmidt for not catching the ball with his foot on the bag. So that's an E4. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Jordan Lawler. And Lawler takes a fastball for a strike, and the count 1-2.
They also gave Alexander a sacrifice on that and an E4, so it doesn't cost him at bat, but
big mistake for the Giants.
Oh, big time.
And now the 1-2 from Walker is cued back to the mound. It's under Walker's glove. Carroll scores, and the Diamondbacks win. 6-5 is your final. Lawler with a little sneeze that somehow gets past Ryan Walker, and once that happened, Carroll, you knew he was going to score.
Oh, it was on a check swing, a slider off the plate, down and away, trying to hold up, and it just gets by the pitcher, Walker, and luckily had Carroll at third base with all that speed, and because of that, he gets in.
The Diamondbacks win it by a final score of 6-5. Contact is king. Carroll in ahead of the throw of Flores. And Candy, believe it or not, in the battle of the bullpens, it was the fielding mistakes made by these giant relievers that led to one giant loss.
It really was. I mean, just plays, not only the errors that the Giants made, but the misplays that happened. And it was a golden opportunity for the Diamondbacks. The Giants just gave that game to the Dbacks, and the Dbacks will take it every single time.
And with that win, Candy, the Diamondbacks, they keep pace with the Mets. The Mets, they seem to have straightened some things out. They had a pretty dominant win over the Padres, the team the Dbacks will face over the final weekend of the season.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man, a human who can do